I went out hoping to get footage of super rare robins, but I could only find a great white egret that caught fish over and over again and leaped up into a tree.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So I somehow mustered up the spirit to get myself out into a forest with the Sony, and the birds were like, oh man, Sony. 200 to 600, no teleconverter this time. I just wanted to see, what's that like? Do I need an upgrade? Are we going Nikon 800? We're on the Nikon ZF, 40mm22 at 2.8, glimmer glass engaged. First clip, I saw a sparrow on the way to the forest, and I tried Topaz Enhance here. So it was HD 240, I made it 4K 480 frames per second, and the movement is just weird. It's kind of blurry, it doesn't look right. But I shot for the stars for cinematic gold, and oh no, his foot's out of the shot. I ruined that. The Sony swaying motions, even though it's happening really slowly, it still happens. Okay, blink or something, do something. You're not gonna do anything. Okay, fly off, my friend. Fly into the night. Wow. I find Topaz much better for just like human faces and me goofing around and jumping and leaping and throwing fruit instead of like feather detail and birds. Like, it just doesn't really work to slow it down, but it does work to just make it HD to 4K. So like if you film HD 240 and then you want all that 4K looking, it looks pretty darn good. I'm actually going to attempt to use Topaz to stabilize Sony footage and Nikon, since Nikon trails the industry in IBIS apparently. So like we'll see what that pain is like in a vlog at another day. But before that, I saw a white bird. You're racist. Now my first glimpse of him, he was moving I was in HD 240, and there are definitely times where that's not gonna work, especially when he's out of focus. Don't worry about that, I got better shots soon. But like, it's nice to have 4K for the resolution, and then if the animal's gonna do something crazy, you have the super slow-mo. This is not one of those moments, so it just looks soft, out of focus, and it's too slow. Look at his leg. Just watch the leg. Oh man, the magic. What's gonna happen? They don't make splashes. Look how careful he's being. Oh my god. It's going in the lake. Spread out. Boom. Nothing happened. I didn't step closer to you, fish. I'm not gonna eat you. I'm your friend. We're friends here. We're all friends. It's just, you taste salty, and I like that. So that first shot was just the panic shot. I saw a bird, I was like, oh my god, film it. And then I got a little closer, I took my time, I went into 4K 120p, and it's just swaying. This is why I hate Sony so much. It's impossible to hold still. You know what I realized? When I'm holding this whale blubber lens downward, it's actually super stable. The other day, in another video, you'll see it. I was like pointed down, I'm like, that's not swaying at all. This is fantastic. Because it's so front heavy that it just balances perfect downward. But if you're up where 99% of wildlife live, up in the sky, flying away from you, then it becomes this teeter-totter wagon park, you fat ass sitting down and the kid goes flying in the air type of thing. Doesn't work. And so it's really annoying that when I'm doing that, there's no way to hold this thing steady. Some people manage to do it. I don't know the physics behind it. I don't understand what to do, where to position it, because you want to be holding this to zoom and manual focus. So it's like your hand's over here, but it's the balance. Like if I could hold it up here, I bet I could do really good, but none of the things are up here. Where's the thing that moves up here? Put it here. Let me rewire it. And then it happened. The swan bird realized that fish exist. And he was like, okay, boom. You're in my life now. You got that? You were in focus, right? Yeah, totally. Totally nailed that. It was so easy to focus on the white bird against the white branches. It totally nailed it. Don't worry. Once in a lifetime opportunity, I got that shot. You zoom in, so he pinches it, a couple pinches, and then he just swallows it whole. Doesn't even chew it, doesn't even enjoy his food. Reminds me of my diet. I eat raw meat. and it doesn't taste very good, and it's not very fun. But eventually I did get focus, and he was creeping. This guy caught so many fish today, but this was the most magical moment as he's walking up these long legs, and I'm like, oh my goodness, he's jumping, then and he flew for 6 feet. I caught him. I panicked a little. I overshot it a bit, but we got back. How did you jump in the lake and that bird didn't notice it? He was like, oh, what's that splash? Could be nothing. It's probably nothing. I'll just continue doing my business. Oh no, I'm dead. Uh-oh. I was refocusing. Oh, damn it. Oh, that hurts. Boom. This guy's catching all kinds of fish. He was good. This was a good shot. That was perfectly, like, when you get the shot unobstructed, that's when it looks nicest. But do you notice something about this footage? Yes, I'm documenting a majestic egret feeding itself. Are you blown away by the footage? Do you even see that? Oh, that's full frame magic. Wow, how did you get this footage? It just doesn't look that great. Like, it's sharp and it's cool. Like, I'm getting these moments, reflections in the lake, and it's like, okay, not bad. I don't know if maybe it was just the harsh sun and I'm a moron and I went out at noon and it was like the dumbest thing ever, and anybody else would have went later in the day, used my same exact camera and lens, and got much better footage. That's possible. I'm just saying, every time I get back home and I see this footage, it never blows me away. Wow, I can't believe the colors on this, or the exposure. It never looks magic. I don't know why that is. I suck. It's definitely the answer. It was me. But I miss the Fuji. I miss Nikon, even though I've never tried it. I miss everything else. Here I was waiting for a butterfly to boom, there he goes. Was it magic? It wasn't. It wasn't even magic. I had a bunch of golden yellow daffodil dandelion roses, and there was creek water in the background, and I was like, wow, that's such a magical image. No, though, it wasn't. If Fuji was taking that shot, even though it was the most boring thing you've ever seen in your life, you'd be like, wow, the Fuji yellows and the greens. Sony, you suck. I saw a tiny little yellow finch. See, this is 600 mil plus the 10% crop. That's not enough sometimes. You just want that 800 mil. Here's a female red-winged blackbird, potentially. Totally nailing this. It's been a while since I've been out, so I don't know what it is. I think nature just sees that, okay, you took some time off, huh? Well, we're not just gonna dance for you like you used to, because when I started wildlife, every moment was so awe-inspiring. I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm seeing, what am I gonna see next? And I was like a little kid excited for Christmas every time I went for a walk, and that joy is what the animals felt. And then they danced in the wind, and they were backlit, and there was beauty. But now I guess I take everything for granted, and I feel like, oh yeah, full frame Sony, I'm gonna nail this shot, and I never seem to feel the magic anymore. It's just like I'm documenting it. Yes, I saw a red-winged blackbird. It exists. Blackbird 94618. Sony is the most clinical of all, and their technology is the best. Autofocus, boom, the speed, the frame rates. But then you get back to the footage and you have to go to color crayon school, and it's expensive. I've looked into brochures on that one, and it's not looking good. I even saw a northern flicker. I was like, I heard that sound. I was like, that's the northern flicker, and I found it. I wasn't really close enough. So like, again, we're just documenting that they exist. We're not gonna like inspire somebody to actually go out and walk in nature. If anything, they're just gonna go to Burger King now and order a northern flicker French fries. Those don't exist, by the way. You're just fat. You're just fat. And in the last example of the fuggliest tonne you've ever seen in your life, I don't even know how to describe that tonne. It's like jitterbugged with heat waves, busyness, like did I scratch the elements or something? Like, that's bad. Leica would never do that to you. Zeiss would be offended if you did it to them. Wow. And no, this Robin didn't run away like I was hoping he would in 240 frames per second. I was hoping he was just going to dive and run and I was going to track him, but none of that happened. But we push on. We continue to go out with that same setup over and over again and hope. I have to get luckier and plan better and go maybe at a time where sunlight is coming down a bit. Those are the magical moments that I never wait for. I know that golden hour exists. I know, like, wake up, go before the sun gets out, and then by the time you're there and you're in the shot and the lighting is everything, I know. But that involves me changing my plans for everything. I just like to wake up, do a couple things, and then go, and it's like 11 a.m., getting towards high noon, and the sun's at the highest point in our dome of our flat earth, and then I never seem to do it right. So I should eat my dinner 2 p.m., 3 p.m., wait a little bit, go out at 4 or 5, but then like I'm tired. I ate meat, raw meat. I'm disgusted with myself, I'm sweating, I smell worse, like everything's worse, but I should do it. Am I overexposed? Nikon removed the zebras. I should be plenty happy. You switched to face detect for some reason, no longer detecting an eye. That's not right. What if I stopped it down? I stopped it down, and Nikon reacquired the eye. Huh? So, I love the Nikon image. It's just, damn you, Stabe, and damn your slow motion. I wasn't in focus for 1 second of that running across the street marathon. So, a lot to hate about you, Nikon. A lot to hate and love. How you doing? You like the footage? What should I do? Nikon 800mm wildlife, or Panasonic, or Fuji, or Olympus, or Kodak? They all suck. I'm the one that sucks. Subscribe for more videos, Nick.